Hello, friends. It's time once again for another fantastical story. This is from the Neckbeard subreddit, and this is from Reddit user Hellish Purple Dawn. Ooh. This is the buzzkill of Fandombeard. To put this into context, I am an individual who likes to enjoy games in my own way. Being mildly autistic, I find that I enjoy many of said games in a way that some hardcore fans might rip on me for. I prefer to collect Pokemon rather than caring about stats and movesets. I like to explore landscapes in Skyrim rather than focus on the main quests of the game. I'm a minimal builder in Minecraft, etc., etc., and I use video games as an escape from my own mind rather than something competitive. Honestly, I wouldn't say that anyone should rip on you for that. That's how I do a lot of games too, and bruh, there's nothing wrong with just exploring. That's kind of the whole point of things like Skyrim. Anybody who gives you shit for that's kind of an ass. But in my last few years of playing my own little fantastical, whimsical way, I've drawn the attention of a neckbeard that just won't quit hounding me, demanding to know why I don't play properly. The term properly being his way of playing, which is all about coming out on top of the gaming community. I met him in college through a friend, and as usual in these stories, he seemed like a nice guy. But since lockdown, he's become little more than a pain in my ass when it comes to even trying to tell this guy I'm not interested in competition. The cast very small, but is as follows. FB is Fanbeard, and me is myself, obviously. Now, Fanbeard isn't your typical type of neckbeard. He's scrawny, wears glasses, and looks more like a geek than the other stereotypes that one would associate with a neckbeard. He had a neckbeard, however, and the typical greasy hair, but no howling wolf shirt or fedoras. Well, as we like to say on this channel, it's not about the fedora, it's the fedora. By the time this story took place, I had known him a little under a year, and I made my first mistake already. I had little trinkets secured to my bags, as I like to stand out to myself whilst out. I have a large Batman rucksack that I like to wear because it's light, and I, despite being of a larger physique, am ashamed to admit that I'm not as strong as I look. On this bag, I have one of those little Funko Pop keychains of the Jared Leto Joker. I'm not the biggest fan of that Joker, but the keyring was from my dad, who I very rarely saw and very rarely see as he lives on the other side of the country. So you can imagine my shock when FB rather rudely confronts me about it. Ugh, you like that character? Not really. Then what's that? After explaining to him that it was a gift from my father, he said something that nearly made me snap at him. You think that having a retro Batman bag, he'd gotten you something a little more cool rather than that? Wow, what an asshole. I'm a grateful child. My dad had not much money that year, and he still shelled out £8 on helping me embrace my then newfound geekiness, so to hear someone slandering me for keeping a memento on my bag was infuriating. Understandably so. Then came mistake number 2. I always carry around my 2DS in case. It's therapeutic to switch on a game and get lost in fantasy while on lunch break. I have a little Pikachu case, which automatically caught FB's attention. Well, to play Pokemon? Yeah, I'm just trying to fill the Pokedex. Collecting? Pfft, I battle. I'm one of the best. Oh, good for you. I proceed to play, well, when I say play, I mean mess about on the Poke Refresh, as I mainly like to use my Pokemon as a type of virtual pet, which makes them stronger in battle slightly. I didn't care about stats, I just wanted to look at the cute little creatures. I honestly didn't know that you could do that with Pokemon, but that sounds painfully adorable. It defeats the purpose, I know, but hey, that's my choice, no? I think it's fine. I glance up to see FB get up and walk behind me, peering over my shoulder all sly-like. A Poke Refresh, or where's the battles? I explain to FB that I more so like to tame my little pocket monsters for fun, and he starts talking about stats. I'll be honest, I don't do stats. I pick a creature, and if it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. I just like to look and play with all the little cute things I find, as my mind is stimulated by things that I find cute and interesting, hence the collecting and taming. He starts to boast about some stats and other jargon that I just do not understand before saying that he could whip my butt in a battle, to which I just shrugged. My fire types could torch your ass. What do you got, pedal or something? I looked at my team, a big fan of Ghost, Dark, and Psychic, mainly because of the creepy and cool entries that come with them. I just shrugged slightly, not really caring about what is now becoming a competitive one-sided argument. I just left him to vent, getting up and rolling my eyes as I went off to find a quiet spot away from him. It might not be too much of an interesting story, but it's kind of a Neckbeard tale nonetheless. A word to the wise, if someone enjoys doing something, just let them enjoy it. If they want your opinion, then they'll ask for it. So I really wanted to read this story after I'll be honest, a lot of these I don't read before I get into them, but I did kind of glance over this one. And I really wanted to share this one because I absolutely agree with the OP of this story, Hellish Purple Dawn. If you just like something, that's fine. I cannot tell you how many hours I spent in games like Fallout or Skyrim just exploring. I remember at one point, and I don't think I even still have this folder. I was going to say I may still have it, but I don't think I do. I'd installed a huge amount of visual upgrades to Skyrim to just make it seem as realistic as possible. You know, make the foliage more full and the dirt more realistic and the grass more like a thing. And I just spent a lot of time going to a lot of the really obvious, like, things that the developers built and taking little screenshots because I thought they were pretty. There's several points in that game that are just filled with, like, tiny little waterfalls and little things like that were not, like, you can tell are not just some part of some randomly generated engine. This is something that was intentionally made, and I appreciate good art. I think that's really cool. The game does have some bugs, obviously, it's a Bethesda game, but the fact that someone went out of their way that much to make that pretty of an environment and really worked hard on those little details is kind of cool. And yeah, it doesn't make you, it doesn't make you a stronger character. It doesn't make you more complete with the quests or whatever, but that's not, it's whatever. I'm not a competitive gamer in the first place, so I don't really care. And it sounds like, honestly, OP, you're about the same way. You don't have to be. This guy, on the other hand, sounds like what I like to call the pro gamer douche. You know, that one guy that everybody's met at least one time who thinks that he's going to be, like, super pro MVP gamer, is going to be on, like, all the tech shows. It's like, yeah, I play Call of Duty competitively, and I'm on, like, a team, and now I go to, like, esports events. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. Like, okay, that's cool. You did that, but if you're going to go out of your way to be that much of a shit, to, like, shit on other people for not wanting to do that, that kind of just makes you a tool. As for the Pokemon thing, I honestly didn't know you could do that, but then again, I haven't played, like, seriously Pokemon since, like, Red. Fire Red, and that's only because I played Red. And, I don't really know that you could do all these things, but now that I know you can, that sounds unbelievably adorable, and seriously, fuck that guy for trying to shit on your good time. What a prick. Do things your own way. There's no harm in that. I don't know why people act like that. Why that's like their thing. Like, oh, you're not playing it the way I'd play it, which means you're not good because I play it a special way. So then why don't you go play it? If you're so fucking amazing and all you're doing is so good and you're so much better than everybody else, why the hell are you still here bitching at me? Why don't you go have your own fun? It's really just someone like that being super insecure. A lot of that does kind of come down to insecurity. I'm willing to bet he's not nearly as amazing as he likes to say he is, but he just memorized a bunch of shit and thinks that he's better than everybody else because he did that. There's a lot of guys in, I don't know if that's a female thing, but I absolutely know. Oh god, I said female. I don't know if that's a girl thing. Let me rephrase that because holy shit. I've been reading too many of these fucking stories. They're starting to mess with me, guys. I don't really know if that's a thing that women do, but I absolutely know that in geek circles amongst guys, there's always that guy. You know the one. Who's so competitive and knows so much more than everybody else, and he's so much better than everybody else. Yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. We all know that guy, and we all think he's a dick. So, it sounds like you had a run-in with one of those. He definitely sounds like he could fit the bill for your typical one-upsman type neckbeard. I almost called him one-upsman type Fedora Lord, which now I regret that I didn't call him that, but I also remember that he didn't have one, so it doesn't really fit that well. Still, Fedora Lord's a fantastic word. I definitely knew a neckbeard like that. Mew used to do that shit. If you had a story, he had one that was better, and it was so much more amazing. Oh, and he'd have to tell you about it for hours and hours. And, like, I don't fucking care, dude. But he would also do that same shit that Kay would do, where they would talk about this stuff that happened in games, and go on about stats in this game. And I don't play this game, so I have no idea what the actual fuck either one of them is talking about. But they've been talking for 45 minutes. Yeah, it was kind of like that. But anyway, that's the end of this story. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit of a shorter one, but I really wanted to kind of show off this particular thing because, oh god, we don't get to talk about this kind of neckbeard very often, do we? So, if you did, and would like to send me your own story, you can send it to r/Moonhorse Stories. If you'd like to support this channel, you can like, comment, subscribe. I think that does something. It's YouTube. I never know. Or not even know why I said or, concurrently, which is actually the better way of doing that. Also, you can check out my Ko-Fi and my merch store. The links to all of those things and so many more things are in the little description thingy below this video. I always point downwards when I say that. I know you can't see me, but I do that, and I don't know why. Anyway, I love you all so very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye!